It's Chris Van Vliet, the Quicken Loans Arena, with two men who really need no introduction, but let's do it anyway. The mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, and the Immortal Hulk Hogan, brother.
It's Chrisomania, brother, because after WrestleMania 30, he had a swell on, but I can see he's been pumping those pythons. He's been training downstairs at Channel 19, taking over the whole station. What are you guys going to do when your new boss runs wild on you?
I've been eating my vitamins and saying my prayers.
Awesome. You look great, man.
Oh, thank you so much, Jimmy. Good to see you as well.
Man, you know, it's great to be here. Can you believe December the 14th, table, ladders, and chairs right here at the Q? Unbelievable!
This is going to be amazing. And tonight, it's the Cavs taking on the Spurs, a pretty big game, and you're a really big part of this tonight.
Well, I can't wait to get out there. You know, anybody gets out of line, I'm going to be right there at courtside, brother. You know, can you imagine if I was to clothesline one of those guys, if I saw him cheating, you know, or traveling with the ball, man, you know, or shoving, you know. Oh, man, I can't wait to get out there.
You know, LeBron is not maybe isn't that animated in some of his interviews. Maybe you could help him as LeBron Mania would run wild here at the Q.
Well, a lot of this basketball stuff, brother, is intimidation. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, you know, when Andre the Giant would get in the ring, I'd look up at him, he'd just snarl at me, and I'd start shaking in my boots. And the same thing happens when the king, LeBron James, goes out in the court. You know, instead of being such a nice guy, LeBron, what you need to do is get out there and start to tear that jersey, brother. Take the referee, slam dunk him right through the net, brother. Don't even touch the rim. And the next thing you know, the whole team, the San Antonio Spurs, are going to be doing the Charleston. They're going to be shaking so bad. And you guys will have full court to run wild, brother. It's that simple. Man, I'm going to get in trouble for that, aren't I?
No, this is amazing. December 14th, TLC here at the Q. Are you going to be part of it in any way?
You know, I'm trying to be part of everything now. I'm training like I got a world title shot, you know. Can you imagine a 61-year-old young Hulk Hogan being the new WWE Champion? Ooh, man, everybody in the buildings would never sit down. They'd be standing up every time I went to the ring. I'd take on all comers. I could have everybody in Cleveland in the back of my trunk here, so brass knuckles,
I love it.
Steel chairs,
It's there.
powder in the eyes.
Whatever you need.
We'd never lose another match. All my Cleveland Hulkamaniacs would be cheating for me. Helping me every night.
I mean, you talk about having
I'm
this.
ready, man. I'm ready to get back in there, but you know, you gotta pass that WWE physical.
And what exactly does that involve?
Oh, I don't know.
Seriously?
I don't have a clue. There's probably a stress test, man. There's probably all kind of crazy stuff you got to go through. I haven't wrestled for a few years, and I just started in January. So I'm training like I'm training for the world title. But, you know, there's a lot of hoops and a lot of hurdles to jump over. But it's just a lot of fun, you know, waiting for that one day to get back in the ring and have that one last run, that one last huge main event, or that retirement match.
You talk about training. Are you talking about in the gym or are you talking about in the ring?
No, I'm talking about in the gym, brother. You know,
Okay.
I'm a beach bum. You know, we go out and wrestle the sand sharks and leave the tiger sharks alone. And I've got a bunch of weights in my garage, so I'm just training at home, having a blast.
But you think you have that one last match in you?
I hope so. I think I'm going to go practice on the wife when I get home, see if I can out-wrestle her. She'll probably pin me in the backyard in front of my chihuahuas.
That might be a different kind of wrestling
Oh,
match.
easy, brother. Take it easy.
But, you know, if we look back in your career and talk about those retirement matches, what is your last match right now on paper?
The last match on paper, I think
And it might be with a different organization.
It might be. Oh, really? So you're going to bring that up, huh? I think my last match was against Sting with a different organization. Thanks, brother.
But are you okay if that does become your last match, if you can't wrestle one more here?
No, I mean, I'm back home in the WWE. This is where I started. Started many, many years ago before you were born with Vince's father. And to come back home here and be part of the whole WWE universe, it's got to be a period on the end of the sentence. There's got to be the right wrestling off into the sunset. You know, I would like to have one last match here. Love to wrestle Vince McMahon again. That would be fun.
That would be incredible.
Yeah, it's always fun to punch out the boss.
Is that who you'd want your
Jimmy,
retirement
hold
match
on.
to
Who do
be?
you think I should wrestle?
Yeah.
Jimmy, if I had one last match and we were going to ride off into the sunset with the WWE title, who would it be?
Well, you know, we were in California last week promoting WrestleMania 31, right?
Yeah.
Coming up this year in Santa Clara. And all the fans, we were on the stage and they were going, one more match, one more. And Hook said, who do you mean wrestle? Somebody said Stone Cold. Somebody said Cena. Somebody said maybe The Rock again. Somebody said Vince McMahon. But you know what? He's the man. Whoever he wants to wrestle, that's who it'll be.
Boy, that's a general answer.
Yeah, that was very general, but great.
That's Jimmy. Just still got your wallet on you? My God. That was awesome, Jimmy.
But maybe you could do another rematch of WrestleMania 18.
Against The Rock? Yeah. I don't think he wants any more, brother.
Really?
No, I don't think he wants any more of those Hulkamaniacs. They about ran him out of Canada, brother.
I was there.
Wild on him.
I was there, 16th row. It was the greatest match I've ever seen.
That was fun, man. That's what I mean. That's what I miss. That's the part I miss, is the energy out there, being in the ring with some guy that's just like a WWE superstar that fans all know. When you get in there with that type of energy, it's kind of like tonight, you know, the Cavs and the Spurs, man. I mean, this is going to be a war out there, so that's what I miss. So one more day, one more time, I pray and I hope so.
If Brock is still the champion at that time, would you want to go one-on-one with him?
Well, I've wrestled Brock a few times, you know, and that would be interesting. That would be really, really interesting. I might have to pay Paul Heyman off, Jimmy.
I'll take care of him, boss.
Okay. Yeah, you know, whoever it is, it'd be fun.
I mean, when you first entered this business, did you ever think that you'd be doing all of the things that you're able to do and hanging out the Cavs game and other things like that?
No, the business was different back in the day. I mean, you know, nowadays, you know, you go to wrestling school and stuff like that. When I started, they broke my leg the first day. There was no wrestling school when I started. So it's a different business. It's changed so much. You know, Vince McMahon had this vision to turn it into sports entertainment, and from real small territorial high schools and arena, he turned it into major buildings like the Q and, you know, Silverdome, Superdome, Tokyo Dome, every dome in the world, Georgia Dome. I mean, it's just huge. I mean, these guys are doing movies, they're TV stars, there's cross-promotion, cross-media. I never dreamed it would be a multi-billion-dollar business. This WWE is the largest entertainment company in the world.
Well, if you were entering the business now, how would you approach it that would be different from how you did back then?
It'd be a whole different mindset, because, you know, the fans are re-educated. They understand what the business is about. Back then, when I saw wrestle, I was scared to death they were going to bite my nose off, you know. I would probably go the route of the WWE Performance Center, you know, learn how to really take care of business in that ring and avoid a lot of injuries.
When you say that, are you hurting right now when you say that?
No, I'm cool.
You feel good?
I'm fine. I feel great.
I love hearing that. I want to see you get back in there.
I have to take him on right here.
Come on. This is incredible. How difficult is it for you, though, to go week to week and not be part of what's going on inside the ring?
Well, I mean, it's not difficult at all. I do have a life.
Well, of course you have a life.
I got chihuahuas, man. I got a wife at home. You know, I got boats. I got the beach. You know, I do a lot of other stuff. I got restaurants and hotels and stuff like that, you know, in Tampa. So I miss it, though. I mean, you know, I can't be on the road like I used to, like all the new guys are there. Some of them are wrestling 4 or 5 times a week. That's not in the game plan for me. But I do miss it. I miss, like, if being out in the center of that arena tonight, I'll steal a little bit of energy from that crowd, you know. And but you know, it's not hard, but I mean, you miss it, man. It's like, it's hard to explain to you what it's like to be out there in front of that crowd.
I just mean, like, when you show up for Raw or SmackDown or pay-per-view and you're just in the ring cutting a promo, part of you probably wants to go in the ring and put on a match.
All of me does. Part of me, all of me does, man. I miss it, and it's just one of those things that happen. You know, things change.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing you at WrestleMania 31. You're going to be there, right?
Of course I'm going to be there.
Jimmy, you going to be there?
I'll be there if he's there, baby.
You better worry about what happens out there tonight when I go out in front of all those fans in Cleveland, bro. This is Hogan country, man. You know, me and LeBron together, this roof could blow off this place.
It is always such a pleasure to stand next to you, but to chat with you as well. So
thank you, brother.
Thank you so much.
Get that swelling again, man.
Oh, jeez. And Jimmy, thank you so much.
Awesome, baby.